All right, we're back. It's the third Thursday of the month, which means the wheel has returned. We do have a prize this week, donated by the one and only Joe Gunn. We got an In the Wrapper Salomon Dance Hall, 152.
Nice.
Yes. So somebody could win that. So get your questions in that chat box. Make sure you answer this week's poll because the topic is, how excited are you for TC's interview series, which the first episode will drop on Tuesday next week with Michael Chilton from Bataleon in Rome, formerly of Ride Snowboards. So that's I think it's like an hour and 5 minutes around there. So we got that. Yes. Okay. See. And we'll start with the question from the man that donated the board, from Joe Gunn. Why is this year's Bataleon board so soft? Factory changed something in the production process, material change, and getting softer to match a lowering T levels. Just inject yourself with some testosterone. Let's see. Let's spin first because I want to see if this man's about to win his prize. No, he gets a small sticker pack though.
Nice.
You did the interview with Chilton, so maybe you know more than I do.
He didn't really touch Bataleon much, is pretty much what he told me. Is like he handled like the Chameleon and a couple other boards, but for the most part, he had to just focus on the Rome line. So honestly, I have no idea why it's softer like this year as opposed to last year. So sounds like they haven't changed factories or anything.
I think the core profiling is a little different, or maybe they got different fiberglass, but they
Maybe.
all feel softer. That's a given.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll take this one from Tibby TT. There's a lot of technical change happening with bindings. What opportunities are there with boards, or have we maxed out now and just getting incremental gains? Well, we haven't maxed out. There's always going to be new materials coming. It's just a matter of they've got to test them to see how they work. I mean, if you look at what Kappa is doing at the mothership and all the different materials that they're doing, and then you go and you look at, say, Rome or Nitro and Amplit, because all of those are different factories. They're doing stuff. So
yeah. Well, I mean, like with bindings, it's a lot easier to just blatantly notice because you can see everything that's happening with the bindings. But when it comes to like boards, like I mean, the huge technological advance that I guess is the most recent or that comes to mind would be like the spooning or 3D shaping in boards and stuff. Like we couldn't do that before. And like now we can vary it to such a degree on anything that you can really change how they ride from that. And like, just like you said, materials, like back in the day, you couldn't make a pure carbon fiber board. It's just not how it worked. And now you have boards like the Super DOA and the Megadeth that are pretty much all carbon fiber from the nose to the tail. And then you got your edges and inserts. So, I mean, we're still doing it, but what does that sound?
You're hearing that popping too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you set your background to reduce the background noise?
It should be. I mean, there isn't any background noise. Herbie's sleeping. He's not even moving.
But I'm getting a pop, and I don't know what the fuck that is, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, no, I got background noise off.
You got that box checked?
Yep.
Yeah, you do. All right.
Yep. I don't know.
I don't know either. This is fucking bullshit, though. I'm going to sign out really quick, and I'll be right back, because it might be me.
Okay. But, I mean, just to go back to this question, I mean, with boards, there's been a lot of different changes to it. For the most part, you just see, like, the wood core and everything. But I mean, I can definitely say after talking with Jay Stone at K2, we are going to start seeing more advances, whether that being more core milling or pretty much any of that stuff where you're going to see more boards going to that, trying to get lighter, stronger, and just more snappy, depending on the board.
Is that better?
Yeah, I'm not hearing any popping now.
Okay. So that was probably just a me issue.
Yep.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, companies are doing core milling as well. Like, that's another big thing to cut down on weight. They did it in the past, but not to the level that it is now. Because, like, you used to see the Timeless, I think, that old board had.
Well, LibTech used to do the RibTech Air Core, and then Rome took it from them, and so they were milling like grooves and channels in there and stuff. The big way I look at it is you might see like a plateau, and then a couple years you'll suddenly see things change because new materials come out and there's new ways of manufacturing and stuff. So you got to kind of be aware of, hey, we might hit a plateau and then something new will come. And then we're going to plateau and then something new will come. So,
yep. Did Morrow make a spoon nose board?
Yeah, they were the first.
Oh, I thought they just had that crazy scoop on it that wasn't actually 3D.
No, the Morrow spoon.
I thought it was just that stupid ass nose kick that they used to put on their boards.
No, Morrow actually was like way ahead of the game back in the day with stuff, and then they sold and now Todd is bringing them back with K2, limited run, 200 boards a year. All right, let's take this one from. Oh wait, we got to give him a spin first. After all, it is wheel day. It is
wheel day.
Oh, try again. That was close.
Ooh.
That was close for Tibby. All right, from Jeremy Pearson. Aside from Phaze bindings, is there any technical enhancements coming to boards, boots, or bindings you're excited for this coming season? I'm really interested in seeing those Union boots. But in terms of like actual boots, TC is going to do an interview with Maurizio from Nidecker, but the shell of this boot has got so much TPU in it. I'm pretty sure I could heat punch this like a ski boot. And I really want to play with that and see if I can. Because if I can, that's going to change widths for a lot of people in snowboard boots because it's going to be able to punch out like hot spots and stuff. So that's really cool. I do like what Union is also doing with the Source FC in terms of technological advancement. I don't think that binding's practical for 99% of the people that watch this channel. And then in terms of boards, been really stoked with how camber has come back and all the tweaks of it. That's my takeaway. So yeah. What about you, sir?
I mean, I was just thinking of the Union Ultra, that they shrunk those pads under the heel and the toe, and then the ankle strap as well from the Falcor. And then honestly, just that whole Falcor base getting transferred over to the Atlas Step-On, game changer for that binding, where that is a great base, and that should be on, I think, most of their bindings, just because it dampens well. It still doesn't leave a dead spot, even though it's so massive width-wise. But that's pretty much what I'm like the most excited for, because I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, actually, the Megalite was actually really sick too. That board was a lot of fun. Just not going to be great if you're riding on just chunky, icy snow, but if you have any sort of softness underneath, it's going to be great. You're going to be able to floss on that thing and not have to worry about stability. It's just really lively, so you're going to feel everything. So if you have bad knees, not going to be great for you, but the day I rode it, it was the best board for the day for sure.
Cool. We're getting all sorts of crackles and pops again. So
yeah.
I'm so fucking over it. I'll be back.
Okay. We'll move on to the... Oh, we got to wait for the wheel.
Let me spin it
and
first. I'm so fucking over this shit. Well, now it's gone. Is it gone? Nope, there it is. The fuck?
Sounds like someone's just chewing with their mouth open next to the microphone.
Well, we got to spray some closers. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. All right, we'll keep moving on until he comes back, figures out his situation. But we'll go to Mojave 14. Differences on the 2026 Yes Greats or the Greats Extreme versus the 2025 Greats Unink. Does the new camber profile make it more versatile or more versatility and all mountain capabilities? Pretty much. Avern rode the Greats Extreme this year. I rode the regular Greats, and is he back? He's back. Kind of.
I'm pretty sure that it's actually you that's causing the popping.
It's me. They said that it was you because when you left, nothing happened. I can leave though.
And
I just read this question, so
okay.
I'll bounce out and I'll come back in.
All right. So the big difference is the Greats Extreme has the high-end race base, lighter weight materials. Flex-wise, they say they're the same. You're probably splitting hairs between the two of them, but it's the Extreme basically has the high-end race base, the high-end fiberglass, the high-end epoxy in it to reduce weight. It's 1.5 pounds lighter or something like that. Maybe it's 2 pounds in there. And so the way that works is like, obviously everything is the premium, best of the best, but the way the core's milled and everything, it's the same shape. It's the same camber profile, same side cut. It's just the materials in there are a little different to kind of rectify everything in there so that it goes there. Personally, like having ridden the Greats Extreme, that board was absolutely amazing. Like, I think it's sitting over there in the corner somewhere. So, but
Perfect.
well, let's see.
Is it working?
That's you.
It is me.
I think it's your headphones. I think they're dying.
It's fully charged. We'll just disconnect it.
I don't know. It went away when you were gone.
So. Maybe we just both can't have nice things.
Maybe.
Is it there or is it gone?
No, it's worse now.
It's worse now, so I got to put the headphone back in.
I guess. So, I don't know. If this keeps up, I'm fucking over it. I'm out. I'm not dealing with this shit. I don't know what the fuck this... It did this to me yesterday when I was on a call, and then it went... But it was only for like 10 seconds. So, or was that 2 days ago? I don't know. But, yeah. So, anyways. All right, let's give you a spin. TC's got to pop a button.
There it is. I feel like we just did this 2 weeks ago. There we go.
All right. I can't deal with this crackle. This is such fucking bullshit.
You still got the crackle? I have nothing. Mine sounds great.
I'll be back.
All right. I'm assuming he answered that one since he spun the wheel. I didn't get to hear the answer, but I'm sure it was great. Let's see where we're at. Well, I can't answer that question because that's an Avern one. He wrote both of those this year. Let's see here. All right, we'll go to Carpe Diem. Got a line on a new Apex Orca, half price, worth the hype, much better than the original or the regular Orca. I mean, it depends. If you want the regular Orca to do stuff all mountain for you, just a little bit more where you don't necessarily have to just ride it on those straight up POW days. If you want to go to the day after POW day, you can definitely do that on it, where on the regular Orca, not the most advisable thing, especially once everything's chewed up and kicked out. So I mean, half price for an Apex Orca, that's a great deal. if you don't like it, you can always sell it for even more than you bought it for. So, I mean, I think so. Like, in my opinion, I would say go for it because it's rare to find something half off like that, especially that high quality. So, I mean, if you need a pow board that can be a little bit more versatile, I would definitely say go for it. And you probably would be happy with it. He's back.
We'll see if this works. I just tweaked a setting.
I got no pop or crack going on.
We'll see.
If
I
you
think
can
that
get
might be it.
if you can get a half price Apex Orca, would it be worth it as opposed to a regular?
If you're looking for that stiffness, yeah.
That's what I was like. If you want something a little bit more all mountain, you can ride the day after a POW day and not just absolutely get your ass kicked on half the shit out there. Yeah, I think it's a good price. And if you don't like it, then you can sell it. Like half price for an
Yeah.
Apex is great. So
Yeah, half price. I would probably do it.
yeah,
Honestly.
yeah, especially if you're looking for that
Yeah.
POW board. Like, why not?
Just don't forget structure. That's very,
It's actually very pertinent to that.
yeah, to that board. That's very, very pertinent. So, all right. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's look for. All right. Let's take a. Let's see. Take this one from Ethan Soraka. Is the Nitro Stiletto too wide at the contact points for a men's size 8 US at 195? I don't know why you would be trying to mount your bindings at the contact points. Like that, no. It's
I'm assuming
underfoot.
he meant
It's
at the
insert
inserts.
pack. That's where you want to be. It's the insert pack.
I would not recommend T-bolting that board if that's where you're going with it.
Yeah. Don't T-bolt it. No, size 8. I mean, because it's a POW board, you should be fine. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. Try again.
Ooh,
Try
so
again. That was close.
The only unfortunate thing is we don't get to hear the wheel go burr now, but I'll do that for you next time you spin it.
Oh, did it get rid of the burr sound finally?
Yeah, I'll give it to him next time. Brrr.
Okay. I'm getting a little feedback. Are you hearing that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, that's just on my end. All right, let's see. I can deal with that. All right. Take this one. Actually, I'm going to do something. That banner is just annoying the shit out of me. It's running slow. There we go. That might fix things. It was just running slow. From Rich S. How would the new Ravine Pro compare to the Howler? Ravine Pro is a little more powder focused, like directional powder focused than the Howler. Like that's the big thing with it. I think the snap on the Howler is actually better than the Ravine Pro. Like it's good on the Ravine Pro. It's better on the Howler. But
I wouldn't have guessed that, honestly.
with the Howler,
I would. Sorry, go on.
What's up?
I wouldn't have guessed that because
What's
it's got those. Can you hear me?
There's a delay. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. As you can tell, guys, we're not great with this technology. We're working on it, but we've only been using this thing for like 2 years now, so we're still getting the hang of it. I believe what he said is the Howler as well is going to be a little bit damper than the Ravine Pro, but don't quote me on that because I didn't get to ride the Pro. I rode the regular Ravine this year. I then took the Howler out for a few laps, so I didn't really get to get everything I wanted out of that board, but still really liked it a lot. So we'll see. We'll see if he can come back and not have any more problems, but We'll wait to give Rich S his spin as well. Or I'll just write it down and we can come back to it. We'll come back to you, Rich. We'll keep this thing moving along. Or I got your name written down for it. All right.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
see what this does.
Nice.
Had to go get some of my headphones. Sit back and it was bullshit. The only thing I can think of is it's because they got that stupid concert with that fucking jam band and they've got like screens set up and shit. It's fucking everything up. But whatever. This does sound better. So
Okay. Perfect.
I owe him a spin, don't I?
Yep. Is there anything else you wanted to add to the Ravine Pro to the Howler?
I mean, the shape's different. The 3D is different in each. That's the big thing. I think the 3D. I think the 3D in the Ravine Pro is better when you get into low angle pow. It funnels better.
I could see that for sure. What about dampness?
They're about the same, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, is it back? You can hear it now?
No. What did you get? What did Rich get?
Shop Gravity, gravityboardshop.com.
They got a sale going on right now. 40 to pretty much 40%. Yeah, 40 to 60 on a lot of stuff.
40 for last year's stuff, 60, maybe a little bit more on 2 seasons old.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's see. Take this one from Michael Stacy. You can answer it. Are you guys doing a review on the Nidecker Thruster?
Yes, we are. Yours truly is doing it this year. So, and that wasn't a speed run either. So you got some girth to that one. But yeah, rode it. It was good. We'll wait for the review to come out.
TC pops a button.
God damn it. It's this damn wheel again. We got to change where that sits next week or next month.
I'm going to make it all TC pops the wheel.
I got buttons on my pants today too. I got 4 buttons on
But
them.
it would be funnier if you just had on like 15 button ups. So you're just taking a button up off and it just perpetually keeps going.
Yes.
So. All right. I'm going to give this one to Letters because he asks, who would win in a fight, Herbie or Baroness?
Baroness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Herbie's too soft.
Yeah.
If any dog comes at him aggressively, he just kind of comes behind me and he's like, I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm like, all right, that's actually better than him attacking the dog. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, my dog would just eat their face off. She doesn't.
Yeah.
Dude, Sheba tried to come up on her from behind yesterday, like charged her. She turned around and snapped at it. That thing jumped 4 feet from the ground into its owner's arms. The guy's just like looking at it, like not expecting to catch the dog. And I was like, "We good?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Your dog learned a lesson here. Like, maybe don't run up on dogs. Like, she's doing her own thing. We're away from you. Don't have a retractable leash. That shit's for assholes."
And 5-pound dogs.
Train your dog
and cats
on a specific length leash. It's amazing. Yeah.
I think we got a good question.
I'm getting feedback again.
God damn it.
I just can't win. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Well, Letters, we don't know what you won, so this will be a nice little building moment for you to really see. You could have won a board. You could have won another button popped. Who knows? Everything on the wheel is good this week. All right. We'll go on to this next one until he can come back and read that wheel for us. All right. What the hell kind of name is this? Mr. Owner Game? Well, I tried. Who should I see in Colorado to find boots for my chicken heels? I would recommend, definitely, if you're going to be in the Denver area, head on down to like Evo in Denver, or the Christie's at Cherry Creek is another good one. If you're going to be up in the mountains here, definitely go on over to Base Mountain Sports. Go see Creston, go see Nick, go see anyone at those shops, and you're going to be super happy with that because they do carry quite a few different brands that can fit nice chicken heels. I got them myself, so it's really nothing that they haven't seen before. Otherwise, Gravity, if you're looking for last year's boots, they're going to have some there. They'll probably be getting in their new ones soon. And then the last place is Underground, I would say, because those dudes are the best. I've been there when they've been doing boot fittings, and they take their time. They'll make you just sit in those boots, make sure everything's comfy for a while, and then they'll move on to the next pair if there's something going on there. You got any other ones? I said Evo, Christie's, Base Mountain, Gravity, Underground.
I mean, you just need to find a boot that starts out narrow already. So probably a Nitro or a Salomon. Specific models of Salomon for that, and then you
Vans
also
as well
might
if you're not
like-
looking stiff.
And then you also might like some of the Nidecker, the new Nidecker stuff, or even Deluxe has, unlike the IDY20 and stuff, that's it. But the best, I mean, you're just gonna need to go around and try on and figure out what works for you, and then realize if you've got a super narrow heel, you probably need to do aftermarket work anyways, which I'm in the process of redoing the boot fitting 101. Like, we are so close to having that shit ready to film, and then that's just like a week of filming and then a couple weeks of editing, and it'll be done. By the way, Letters One shop Gravity. He has to go shop at Gravity now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all right, let's give this guy a spin. Avoid the clap. Avoid the clap.
And then I would also recommend trying on something like some ride with a wrap liner. That's been pretty good for my skinny ankles.
There you go. Right. We'll take this one from Waco. All mountain, no park, some drops and side hits, speed carvers, whole lot of slack country in the Alps. Jones Aviator, yes, pick your line, extreme ride, deep faker, Kapitakazu, K2 Antidote. I get down okay-ish. Out of those ones, probably in the order that I would go would be deep fake, Kazu, and pick your line, extreme tide. I probably wouldn't even look at the Antidote, to be honest. And I'd swap the Howler for the Aviator.
Yeah, and that get down okay-ish is what has me a little bit skeptical about the deep fake.
You could always go moderator.
Yeah, that was my thought. So out of that list, I'm going pick your line, extreme first, and then probably a moderator. I don't think you need a Kazu, just based on okay-ish. It's not going to be that great. Maybe go to a Mercury instead, a little step down from that. But the pick your line extreme stands out to me on that list. Is probably your best bet.
I can get down with that.
Yeah. But I'm 100% with you. The Howler sounds like a better plan than an Aviator.
Well, on your way down, remember to spray some skiers.
Yeah.
Tell them to get wrecked. Let's see. I like this, though. This is just a good statement from Jeremy Pearson. Avon rocking 80s roller skating headphones. No, they've got a cable. They got a cable. These aren't just like I'm listening to the radio. No, these are really good for like noise canceling when I'm editing stuff and I've got to listen to things. But yeah. All right. Yeah, you don't get a spin. It's not a question. It's a statement. There's a difference. That's what I got to go with. Those are the rules. All right, label. My wife is currently riding a size 138 snowboard. She's looking for a new snowboard and wondering if she should upgrade to a size 3940. She's 100 pounds, 4'11". She just rides groomers. Yeah, bump it up the 2 centimeters. It'll give her a little more stability on the groomer. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to kill her by any means.
Yeah.
Like 2 centimeters, she'll be fine.
She could probably, even if she's a really competent rider, put her into like a 142 and watch how she gets more stability at speeds. She'd be happier. So. Man, Gravity's getting some love today.
They got the deals going on right now. How
They
can you
do.
pass that up?
It's true. Remember, every Saturday I do post community deals from all our affiliates in the community tab on YouTube, which got an email today from REI. They're kicking us out of the program.
I saw that. That's awesome.
That's what I said. I was like, yeah, go fuck yourselves. And
Well,
then I promptly turned all their links into Blower now. So all the old
I was
REI
wondering if you
links
wanted me
just
to
go
do that.
Blower. Nope,
Yeah.
you don't have to do shit. I took care of that. I was about to email the woman and just be like, you suck as an affiliate manager and the brand you represent sucks. REI has a 50% return rate. For frame of reference, a large return rate from any other affiliate is 2%, and they have a 50%, and they're the only ones with a 50% return rate.
Well, you know what's funny about that is that was right after we had our meeting today. Is like I got inside, I checked my email again, and I saw that come through. I was like, damn, he works fast. He didn't even make it home by the time he canceled that. Nope, they did it for us. That was perfect.
Yep. All right. From Tragon, you coming to Bungus Basin this season? Never rule it out. We might just randomly show up to Idaho. We're going to show up and we're going to bring some real potatoes for you guys. Had the worst potatoes of my life in Idaho.
Oh, no. That's because they expedite all the good ones, or they export all the good ones.
It. Tragon has to spray some closers.
Nice.
Got to spray them. I really want to see what this new version of Clue is, because I am convinced that they took all the shit that I said was bad and they're like, we'll prove him wrong. We're going to fix it. So I can go in and be like, you guys half-assed it again. You fucking retards. All right. Take this one from Jay Sage. What's the best mountain smoke shack in Colorado? If we tell you, they'll tear it down.
Yeah. I like the ones that people just carve into the side of the mountain, just using Avi shovels when they're testing stuff. That's the best one. You just stumble upon that. Otherwise, all the good ones are gone now.
They blew up the best one on Breckenridge because a bunch of fucking idiots were posting videos on how to get there online. This is why I hate influencers and vloggers. It's like, look, dude, if someone takes you to like Log Jib, Smoke Shack, you don't show how to get there.
No.
You don't, that was always the rule on Breckenridge was don't film how to get to the log jibs. You can film the log jibs. Don't film how to get there. Don't film how to leave there. And people were just blowing them out, which is funny because the ones that are gone now were the easiest ones to get to, but the hardest ones that are also literally like 10 feet off of a beginner run that no one knows are there, still there.
Yep.
I know where they are.
Do they still have that one in Breck with the carpet in it?
No, that's the one they blew up.
Oh, that was the best with you could jib the shack and go over, but you got to be careful because people could be coming out of the shack.
You're talking about the 3-story one, right? Or are you talking about the 2-story one that has like the butter pad on the roof?
2-story with the butter pad.
That's still there.
Okay, cool. That one was sweet. Like those people put some time into that one. That one's built
well. I'm pissed. They got rid of the 40-foot teeter totter because someone got. Yeah, dude, that was my favorite. If you got that thing first thing in the morning when it had like 6 inches of snow, it was always a challenge. And they got rid of the log nest monster. So Nessie's gone, and I was happy that I got to have a full pull on that thing twice in my life. There's a bunch of them. The Unbow's gone. The weird sea rainbow's gone. The gnarly down flat, down donkey dick is gone.
I think they got rid of the cannon rail or the cannon log at Steamboat. That one that we hit the first time I met you.
Oh,
I think they got rid of that one that you had to go in between the trees or bounce off both the trees and hope you didn't die. I think that one's
Basin
gone.
got rid of the pole jam of manhood, as I called it. That was over by Land of the Giants, and but like where by Falcon Rock. That one was always fun because if I ran into someone and they were like, "Hey, I want to make laps with you," and I didn't like them, I'd be like, "Yeah, we're gonna go do a warm up lap." I'd go over there and I'd be like, "Hey, just go straight. You got this." What they didn't understand is you had to go straight, but pop off your. For me, it was my toes. For you, it'd be your heels. You had to pop a little bit off because if you didn't, you land right in a bomb hole. I wouldn't tell them that much, and I'd just be like, "Oh, they're either gonna ride this out or they're gonna hit that tree. Oh, they're in the tree. Well, time to ride away." That's it. But yeah, I don't believe in blowing out smoke shacks or telling people online. Some other people do that are on YouTube. I fucking hate those people. It's bullshit.
I think they still have the 2-story at Winter Park.
Isn't that on the Mary Jane side?
I think so. But
Yeah,
for the life of me, I couldn't show you where it is. I can run into it riding. I don't know where it is. Like,
I'm pretty sure I can still find a few of the little lesser known ones on Breckenridge because I'm pretty sure they're still there. It's so funny how close to shit they really are, but it's always in an area like unless you know it's there, no one will ever go there.
mm,
And then my favorite was when they tried to build log jibs at Copper, but they didn't thin the trees. So it was like you were field goaling like everything, just being like, I hope I don't hit anything. And I was, log jibs are great. I love log jibs.
make you feel alive until you catch an edge.
Oh, we got Jumbo sticker pack. That was so close to winning a snowboard.
I thought it was the winner.
No, it's the one. It's right before. It's right here. So, because that's where it's gonna sit. Yeah. A little more oomph, and homie would have gotten a brand new dance hall in the wrapper.
Oh yeah, and guys, if you do win a sticker pack, say your name, like your real name, and then also put your YouTube name on there so I know who gets what sticker pack. Because some of you guys have crazy names on here that I have no idea who that goes to. So if that's the case, you get a small.
And make sure you put your full mailing address. That includes zip codes. Some of you people don't. I don't know if we just reached the point in society where people have never had a letter sent to them. But yeah.
They're important.
They are. All right. Super crazy peanut butter Dave. Are the 2025 Air Masters stiff and good for carving? Yes. How do they compare to the new Forces? They're stiffer. They're more responsive.
Yep.
If you're looking to carve better, the Air Master or the Air Master Extreme is the way to go over a Force for sure. Force, good all around binding. Air Master, just a little bit better at carving.
Yep. 100% agree with that.
And don't forget to structure your bindings. You were about to agree with me on that.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay.
Letters, you did not win stickers.
No, letters, you win nothing. Get back in your hole. Go back to work. Get in your vault. Okay. Let's see. Looking for something. Scrolling around. Gonna see what we can do. Let's see. Ooh, I like this one. From B. Barker, 2119. Picked up a Capital Black Snowboard to death at the end of last season. Should I go with Atlas or flavor bindings? Also, I heard Buckhouse is on the Epstein list. No. He's too stupid to know what to do on an island with questionable decisions going around. But
I mean, the way he handles a gun, they're not going to let him on a plane. That thing will go off, and then you got problems.
On top of the fact, you shouldn't be around children.
I don't think any of those people should.
Yeah, no. But I mean, for a black snowboarder to death, definitely, I would think. Like, I think instead of flavor, I think he meant Falcor. So
yeah.
So Atlas or Falcor, honestly, I would. More carving performance, I'd probably go Atlas, but more all around use, I would go Falcor. That's my takeaway on it.
I'm with you. I would preferably, if it were my setup, I'm going the Falcor. I just think it's more comfortable binding, and the Atlas is just very similar now to the Force to me, where I'm like, I want the little extra with that ankle strap on the Falcor and that carbon in the high back.
Or here's what you do: is you go with the Atlas Pro, and then you get the Falcor heel strap.
Yeah, then I'm all in for that.
Yeah, for the new ones, yeah. And that would give you probably the best of both worlds, because that heel strap on the Falcor is insane.
Yeah,
like absolutely insane. Like you can crank it down, and you're like, I don't feel anything.
I literally have to crank it down to just tell myself it's there. Otherwise, you don't feel it. Like my first 2 laps on that binding, I was like, am I actually strapped in, or is this all just me? And that binding's amazing.
Click, 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 click. Ollie some slow signs. Slow signs.
Shouldn't be that bad on a black snowboard to death.
No, that board's got some good snap to it. Or you can get the 25th anniversary red snowboard of Kevin.
Which, in my opinion, it looks so dope. It looks so good. I love a red snowboard.
All right. From Ian Nadenov, looking for a power party board to go with my Yes Standard on ink. Something more nimble in trees, edge to edge, better in pow, a rarely deep, easier pop, with some camber some camber rocker. Feels weird since getting on the unink. Honestly, like I'd probably do the new service dog. Like I think that would be good. Maybe a drone storm chaser, and that's a huge maybe, but the other would be maybe grab like a nitro squash or fin twin or a pow. Go look at the Quiver series of boards and see what sticks out. What do you got for this, man?
I was thinking an almanac from K2. That was like the
that's
first
actually
thing
not
that I thought of. And then hell, even a dance hall. Like that's definitely gonna be more nimble, a lot easier to turn, and you're gonna have that rocker camber combo. What about a Yes All In Extreme? You rode that this year. I didn't get. Yeah, I know. I was like, is it too close or?
Yeah, you're basically. I don't think that's where you want to go. If you've already got a standard on ink, at that point you're just splitting hairs. If anything,
because I was thinking possibly just a regular all in, but that's going to be flat to rocker, and that's quite a bit softer, but super nimble, and it's got a decent snap, but it's not super poppy.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Watch some shred flicks. Watch some shred flicks. All right. You got this one from Zoe. Binding recommendations for the public research. I only have softer ones and they felt off with it. So you need to bump up to something that's at least mid flex with that. Kind of depends what you're looking for, but I think on the public research, if I was doing Union, it's a toss up between a Force or an Atlas. I would look at like a Ride C8 and probably, since you have softer, you don't want to go super, super soft. I'd look at a Rome Katana.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm thinking either a Jones Mercury or a Yes Drive. That one, they're so similar. You can just flip a coin on that, whatever you like better, really. So I'd say those two, or a Salomon hologram, or not hologram, a Highlander, if you want a softer heel cup, so still be able to transition some weight back and forth and really press that thing. And then let me think about the last one quick. It's going to produce too big of a dead spot there. Like your Rome Katana, not going to go with the Bataleon because you could just do an Astro. Otherwise, K2 Program would be the other one I would go with. I'd go Program over an Edition on that. Just get a little extra power.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Jumbo sticker pack. So since you won this, make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder.com. We need your name on here, and your mailing address with zip code. It's very important. Very important. All right. Take this one from Nick. Any changes on the 26 Huck Knife Pro worth getting, or just get the 25 on sale, or any other recommendations? Go get the one that's on sale.
Yeah. Get the one on sale. Same damn board.
Yeah. Because it doesn't change for another year.
Yeah.
It changes not this season, but the season after 2027 stuff. So, yeah, do that. Save money. You'll be fine. That's a no-brainer. Click the links. Support the channel. And once you pick it up, go ollie some slow signs. Let's see. From Slip noted. When will the new reviews start dropping? September 1st. September 1st, same thing it's been every year. I think we're going to go in 2 a day right off the bat. So 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Mountain Standard, you'll be getting them. I got to double check with Ben to make sure he's actually editing stuff. And then we need some top fives to fulfill the N+1. Well, you're getting non-gear related top fives till the middle of August. So there's 4 or 5 more top fives. I think there's 5. 5 more until the gear top 5 start, I believe, is what it is. And then it's game on, which we did less gear top 5s this year. We consolidated a bunch of lists, but it's still like 30 lists. So
still quite a few. I think they're stronger lists now. We're not splitting hairs.
Shop Gravity. GravityBoardShop.com. Let's see. Who haven't we? Let's see. We just took one from that person.
I got one from Jeremy Pearson.
Do it. Howler going to be too demanding for a daily driver, 5 days a week, 8 hours per day on the slopes? No. Not at all. Not for someone that's riding that much.
No, I don't think so. It's going to soften up too. All Jones soften up, even though they say they got that infinite ride. That's not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I go do it. It's not that stiff. Like, honestly, it's kind of between an Aviator and a Mountain Twin Pro. It's somewhere in there. It's not like, I think people are like, oh, it's stiff. It's Victor De La Rue's board. It's not.
No, I mean, I rode it in a 160 and was happy with it. So
I think I rode that 162 and I was happy.
I think you did.
I was just like, wow, fine.
Yeah.
So. Oh shit, we got a winner.
Hell yeah. Well, Jeremy.
We got a winner. You need to get a hold of us. Info@AngrySnowboarder with your shipping address. Not mailing, shipping address. And I'll box that up and we'll get it out next week. So that's courtesy of Jorkin Joe Gunn. He took me to Metallica.
He did.
He's a good dude. But yeah, so you got yourself a brand new 52 dance hall, Jeremy. So, all right. Well, that's a little earlier than I thought to win a board, but if it hits again, we'll give something else away. We got a 54 Psycho Candy we'll give away.
I'm just happy somebody won one.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's rad.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, Jeremy, just make sure you get that email to info@angrysnowboarder.com. We'll do that. But yeah, so fuck it. Yeah. We'll throw the Psycho Candy up there on a 54 powder party board day, I guess is what we're doing. So
The warm temps.
So let's see. I like this super chat from our boy, My Knees Are Cheese. Looking good, boys. I drink your Kool-Aid and want some Phaze. I like Skate Tech. Will those be out this season or would I have to wait till 26, 27? Also, ever seen someone get hit by lightning? I know 2 people that have been hit by lightning. I have never seen someone get hit by lightning, but I know 2 people that have. So
I don't know. I've never seen either. I saw a tree get hit by lightning like a week ago, but
I've had my house get hit with me in it. That was weird.
It
feels weird. It feels weird.
I bet.
You're like, there's that. And then my old English teacher, her husband was killed by a lightning strike at his kid's soccer game.
Damn.
Like in front of his kids, like zapped. So, yeah, she turned into a real bitch afterwards. But yeah, as far as the skate tech goes, from what I'm hearing, 26, 27 that's what they're looking at doing. So,
I think it all depends on how it sells this year, but
yeah,
that's the talks of it, that's what it sounds like, and I'm hoping for it as well.
I know Dave Partridge told me that they've always had prototype Phaze skate tech bindings, so that does exist. So TC will get his Mercury skate tech Phaze bindings in the future.
Yes, hopefully. I'm hoping for him.
Is it gonna bounce? Nope. Ollie some slow signs. Let's see. Let's scroll up here. From Michael Jackson, do you guys think in the future C3 will sell the new Falcor / newest Ultra ankle strap to cobble older gen bindings? I thought they were going to do that this year.
Yeah, I thought it was out this year.
Yeah.
I think
if it is, it probably just sold out fast.
Yeah, I think you can get in contact with like customer service or whatever, and they might be able to sell you one through them. I've heard of people doing that in the past. So
yeah. All right, let's get this mess. Don't forget structure. All right, so for anyone that's tuning in, we do have a poll going on in the chat box wherever it appears on your device. And the question is, how excited are you for TC's interview series? Talking Tech with TC. That's what we're calling it. We got 133 votes so far. People are very excited at 44%, extremely excited at 17%, not at all at 5%, and Papa Button will you at 34%.
I expected Papa Button to be winning.
Well, I'm okay with it being varied. But Tuesday, you guys will get the first video. That is an hour and like 5 minutes, so 65 minutes with Michael Chilton from Bataleon Rome. And then TC is recording another one with Maggie Leone to specifically talk about Phaze bindings and redesigning the heel cup for the Rome battalions.
Mhm.
On that Tuesday next week, he's doing a interview with Maurizio from Nidecker, formerly of Burton, and talking boots, all things boots. And then next month, he'll be doing one with Chris Beresford from Dang Shades, which for all you guys that work construction, Dang Shades makes safety glasses.
They do. And they look really good too. I was looking at it, I was like, I might need to just pick up a pair of these. Can never have enough.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so there's that. And we're trying to get something together with Jason Braz from Fix Ashbury and Nation Snowboards. And I reached out to the guys at Deluxe to see if we could get something with them. And Jay Stone keeps saying that he's going to do something with us. That's been 4 months in the making.
He's
So
my white whale.
Yeah. You're gonna get him in 2028. And the internet's gonna collapse 10 minutes in.
Yep.
So but yeah, so talking tech with TC, about an hour long interview, kind of talking it. I just edited the Chilton interview together. So there's talk of Phaze, there's talk of battalion boots, Roman battalion boards, and just the history and some really good information on designing and whatnot. So Yep. Do I owe this guy a spin, or did I already give him a spin?
I think you gave him a spin. What is it? What does that one say?
Don't forget structure.
Yep, that was him.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I like the super chat from Michael Stacy. Is there anything coming out this year that you think is a must-have for shredding? Good boots.
Yeah.
There's so many good boots coming out this year. Like for years, I've bagged on Deluxe, and this is the new ID Y20, and I am so thrilled with what they're doing. They're not bulky. They're doing that, and then what Nidecker's doing, Bataleon's doing. I guess K2 is going to fix some issues on the Thraxis. We'll find out in the fall.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm stoked on the way the boots are going. The other thing is I'm seeing, a lot of cool stuff in bindings, which was really cool this year. And I'm not just talking Phaze. I'm talking like strap revamps. The Source and Source FCs from Union are really cool to see. There's just a lot of cool stuff coming out. Outerwear's looking good from a bunch of brands. And then, of course, Burton's off doing fucking weird shit again. Fucking so weird. I don't know. What about you? What are you excited on?
I mean, there's a lot of really cool. I liked all the redesigns, honestly, from like boards. Just kind of upgrading everything. It felt like, where even on the regular Ravine, it just rode way better than the regular Ravine did last year when I rode it. And like, I think it feels more of the Ravine now feels a little bit more of in between of what the old Pro and the old Ravine felt like, which I absolutely loved. I'm like, this thing's damper. It feels a lot better underfoot, where that was super cool. And then, I mean, just being able to get on a lot of different boards too, like amplet boards and pretty much all of that stuff, where it's like, okay, like this, I understand what this is for now and who this rider is. So that's what I was stoked about. And then just all the new technology coming out for boards, like the Megalight for one, because that one's come up quite a bit because I'm staring at it right now. But just everything that people are trying to compete with, say, Capita, when it comes to core milling and just producing something that's expensive, but it's worth the money in the long haul. When you, like, if you're actually a snowboarder, you're probably going to want something to that effect in your quiver, which makes me really happy. And like you said, boots are a huge thing, where Bataleon's got great boots out now, and Nidecker's redone theirs.
And then there's these from
binding.
Ride.
Yeah, and then the drone binding.
The drone, because I know you rode these.
Yep, where they took an aluminum and made it not feel aluminum, which is awesome to me, because I'm not a big enough person for aluminum chassis. I don't need it. But that binding, I was like, I could ride that daily and have zero issues with it. So that, like you mentioned, Ankle straps on bindings, huge. Like everybody's putting work into that. Like, and then yeah, just all the new boots coming out are absolutely just head and shoulders above what they used to be. I remember my first year getting into a shop, and you could clearly tell who's putting work into their boots and who's not. Now it's like everybody's trying to come for that market share, where Ride's still probably got the number 1, number 2 spot, and everybody else is just coming in full force now, where it's like, oh, you don't have just 2 options for brands that are like consistent throughout. It's like everybody now is making something that you can try it on and know I can go to this boot or this boot if I need softer, stiff, or whatever. But yeah, that's the main
except
thing.
for Vans. Vans kind of needs to revamp some shit.
Yeah, they're not putting money into it. That's their problem. Everybody else is spending money on boots, like you should. And Vans, you think they would because that's all they do. But yeah. And the other thing is Howler outerwear. That stuff is so good looking and functional. It's crazy to me that it's still going for like the price point that it is. So
speaking of outerwear, like I'm super stoked on this brand called Souvenir out of Eastern Canada.
Okay.
And they're not in a lot of shops in the US yet. I think Blauer might be picking them up because Dale Rayberg, the Nidecker rep, has gotten it in there. But Souvenir's really cool. Like Darkside has it and stuff. And I'm really it's just very late 90s, early 2000s aesthetic. There's something about that. It reminds me of that aesthetic, but it was like modern tech, modern marketing in it. And I was talking with Dale in Utah because he had on like one of their big puffies, and I was like, it's an old school puffy where you're like trash bag. And I love those old puffies, like these weird micro puffer things that everyone's doing now. I look at that and I was like, no, if I want a puffy, I want to look like a fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. And
like Costanza.
There's stuff, yeah. Dude, I mean, I want to look huge. I want to look like Mark Frank Montoya. I want to be so warm in that damn thing. And it's -40 and I'm unzipped with a t-shirt sweating. That's what I want. Like, yeah, just that. The new L1 stuff is kind of cool too to see. I'm really digging the direction they've been going in, and I say that as a guy that owns more L1 outerwear probably than anyone on the planet. I'm really stoked on that. I'm probably going to get some of that stuff this year, which is really cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Guys got to shop Gravity again. We're not giving them enough business. Let's see. Looking around. I feel maybe we've got everything up there. Shout out to our boy Slushy up in Idaho. Work just called him back. He's like, I was gonna watch the live stream and I gotta go back to work. But
you just don't answer that call.
Pretend you're dead. All right. From Smeshity, pick one for Pacific Northwest. Strata Descender, Ride Deep Fake, Ride Mountain Pig. Buddy is hopping off the Orca bandwagon. Hashtag Cascade Pow Create. Hashtag P Toast. Good old poo toast from the Danish. So it's got a weird spread on it. But out of those three, like the most versatile two are going to be the Descender and the Deep Fake. In my opinion, if I still lived up in the Northwest, the Deep Fake will probably crush through snow better because it's got metal in that sidewall. And then you've also got that urethane and stuff. But if I wanted to get something that not everyone's going to have, I'd get that Strata Descender. That's it. Like Mountain Pigs, whatever. But the second you go to ride Switch with that cut in the tail, if that thing hooks up or anything gets caught in there, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, I would go Deep Fake in my opinion on that. The Mountain Pig's great, don't get me wrong, but I think it's just going to be a little one-trick pony for you out there where, you know, no matter what you go with, it's going to be crazy different than the Orca, and there's going to be a learning curve there, but I think overall you probably want the Deep Fake or Descender, just like you said earlier.
Wheel spins. Jumbo sticker pack. Boy, we're giving out a lot of stickers. We're going to go broke from stickers. Which is bullshit. Good thing we've still got plenty of stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder with your name, username, and mailing address. That would be great. So we'll take this one from Martin Hunt. Do you know if the Salomon Echo is coming in a wide again this year? Should be. And but it's getting a new shape to it.
Yeah. Getting a new liner.
Yeah, new liner. So which that reminds me, you talked to Eli lately?
Yesterday.
Remind him that we need boots.
Okay.
For boot breakdown. So anytime in the next few weeks, if he's coming through, if we can grab him. And I basically want the full line this year.
Okay.
So
I'll ask him. I think I might. Yeah. I'll ask him.
Cool. I figured you were probably going golfing with him or something soon.
He asked me on Monday. I told him I'll figure it out. Okay. But if so, that would be perfect. I could just pick him up from him if he's got
I
him.
assume he's coming up here to golf.
Nah, it's an evergreen, but
well, because everything's at the showroom at Copper.
They took everything out.
Oh, then he's got it?
Someone's got it down there, I'm pretty sure. Because last time I was up there giving him shit back, he was in the process of inventorying and taking everything out. So
what, are they not going to have that place next year?
No, they just got to cycle everything through. They're selling off their boards, the bindings, all that stuff. So yeah, keep it clean, you know?
Oh yeah.
For when it does
fresh.
Yeah. For when it floods again.
It flooded?
Yeah. Yeah, it flooded this year.
It's
something.
How the hell did it flood? It's like on the 1.5 floor.
Yeah, I guess the apartments above it or something flooded and it came through and they had to go in there and tear out all the carpet and do all of that shit one day. And they were, I don't feel bad. I feel bad for Malcolm.
I do too. Got to go spray some closers.
Hell yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That board's going to his kid.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm stoked for that.
Yep.
Ooh, we got this one from our boy, Chef Drew. Katana Phaze versus Katana Pro for the agent. Yes. Yes. You could do all of those. It comes down to what you want. I don't necessarily think you're a Phaze guy. I get that vibe that you're not. But I also could see him doing it. When it comes to Katana Pro, the difference between the Katana and the Katana Pro, just so you know, is carbon in the base and the high back is the difference. So you get a more responsive binding with the Katana Pro. And if you did go Phaze, if you get the Stale model, they don't really advertise this, but I've been told this by numerous people. That is essentially a Katana Pro Phaze. It's got carbon in the base. It's the only thing that's different. So it doesn't have the carbon in the high back, but it's got carbon in the base. So if you wanted to do that, but having ridden with you and know you, I think you're still a strap guy and you're going to be up at Baker. That snow is going to be a little heavier. You're going to probably be hiking around and shit. So, you know, I'd say you're probably more a Katana Pro guy, but it is going on the agent. So maybe just get the regular Katana.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he was going to put it on his deep fake or any of his other boards, I would definitely push him towards the Katana Pro because he's an aggressive, fast rider. But because it's going on your park board that you're trying to get back into park, I would say go with the Katana ASIM wrap just because you're going to want that mobility when you're actually pressing into stuff or like board sliding, trying to shift weight. I think that's just going to help you a little bit more. But I mean, if you're going to swap those bindings to your deep fake, Katana Pro.
Also, give your wife a hug from us. We miss you guys. You guys are great. So we're looking forward to you hopefully being able to open the taco and tune shop.
Yes.
That's what we want. Taco trailer and tune shop.
Mm-hmm.
Side of metal shavings with every taco.
Yep. Comes with a magnet on the side so you can pull them out yourself.
Yes.
But you got to return the magnet. Those things aren't cheap.
Oh, try again. Try again. All right. Let's see. Take this one from Lewis Eng. Hey guys, it's been a while since you've released some reviews for Japanese boards. Is there anything in the pipeline for Genta, Moss, Yonex, etc.? No. It's basically, it doesn't matter what company I hit up over there. I talked to Death Label and thought we'd gotten something worked out, and it was just like chirp, 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 crickets. And I was like, yeah, the only way that's going to happen is if we go to Japan. I know it, and I want to do it. So if I hadn't had to sell a bunch of my stock portfolio, I could have sold and used that money for payroll and stuff. I could have used that to buy a house in Japan. Myself a nice little Ikea house. Someday. We need more members on Patreon. We need more ad revenue. We need you to click the links. Then we could do it. Then we could have Thirsty Thursday in Japan.
Mm-hmm. That does remind me about Patreon. So for the interview series that I'm heading, you can ask questions to the people that I'm interviewing. So we do have one up there right now. If you guys have any questions about boots, feel free to get that up. After this one, we'll have one up for Chris, and we can do glasses, goggles, whatever you guys have questions on for him.
Yeah, we're gonna pull one or two questions from that for every interview so that you guys can get your questions answered. So just kind of a way, give you a little extra option. All right. Gravity getting all the love today. It's better than you having to take your shirt off.
That's fair.
All right.
I wore the extra buttons on the pants today.
TC's just sitting there in white skivvies, looking really questionable, looking like Walter White.
Yep.
Button up, completely unbuttoned, no pants on, running around the desert.
9mm tucked in the waistband.
RV in
Safety's
the ditch.
on though. Don't worry, guys.
All right, we got 8850. Interested in Remind bootliners, but I'm a size 10 and they say 10 to 10.5. Worried they'd be a bit big and then pack out even more. So the reason they say 10, 10.5 is the footbed in there, the insole, because they do come with an insole, is so frigging goddamn thick. They expect you to pretty much heat mold the footbed and then grind it down to get it to fit. That's the thing. Personally, I think they sell them without, but I got to double check on that. I think they do. But what you would do is when they say 10, 10, 5, it's basically the height, the thickness of your insole. So if you need to take up more volume, you'd get a thicker one. If you don't, it's kind of in there. I've got a pair. I'm going to be testing them I want to get like a 30-day test on them at the start of the season in my Thraxis. So I'm going to run a test and see what happens after 30 days. Cause I think that's a pretty damn good test, especially in a boot that's clapped. So, and I might even run it 10, 10 and 10 in 3 different pairs of Thraxis and see. I can do that.
Sick flex. All right.
Well, wait till this video drops on boot and how to get the best boot fit. It's gonna be a long video, but there's a whole section I'm devoting to me talking about my Thraxis because I keep getting these comments that like you need to buy new boots, and I was like, I get new boots every freaking year. I don't know what you're talking. Sometimes 2. I get 2 pairs a year. So like I don't think anyone understands how many pairs I have. So I actually pulled every pair of Thraxis I have from the first gen to now, and I go through it. And I'm like, this one was this one, this one, this one, this one. I go through how many days each one has. And there's actually like a couple pairs that aren't in there because I had to send them back to K2 when I was doing product development with them. And I was like, yeah, there's a couple pairs that like that style never actually made it to market. So that's now that I edited the Chilton interview, that's the next video I'm editing, because that's going to be a big one. So yeah. Ooh, I like this question for you from Flame Broiled 91. TC, if Jeremy Jones invites you to dinner, what are you wearing?
I'm this. Like, I'm wearing one of these shirts. I don't just what I normally wear. I'm not dressing up for him. I know he's not dressing up for me. Like, so this, and probably have it fully buttoned up until the wheel tells me differently.
You know what's going to be great? You're going to go out to eat with Jeremy, and it's going to be one of our fans, and they're going to drop off the food and be like, "Pop a button, bitch."
Yeah.
And you're going to be like,
"Yep."
And Jeremy's
if somebody did that
to you, like, "What's that?" And I'll be like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, it's just a collared shirt like this. That's all I'm doing. Even if it's like a black tie thing, probably this.
The TC knows how I'd roll up. I'd probably have a hoodie with a hole, half the sleeves missing. I wouldn't care. And people, like when we went to Telluride with Kevin and his wife, and I looked around and I was like, everyone in here probably assumes I have more money than them based on the way I'm dressed, and I don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody else is dressed up wearing like nice sport jackets and everything. And then Avron's got his sweatshirt on, his black jeans, and a beanie. The whole dinner. Didn't take it off the whole dinner.
Didn't even care. Didn't even wear a nice hoodie. I wore one like there's holes in the sleeve. Like I think my elbow is sticking out. I don't care. I don't care. I would be the worst like millionaire. Like we have a black tie event, and I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. I'm showing up. Yeah. I'd show up with my tuxedo hockey jersey on. I'd be like, what? It's got a black tie.
There's a reason we stuck you in the corner when we went there.
It's true. It's true. I that was my first thought when they're like, we're gonna go sit over here, and I was like, why are we sitting way off in the darkest corner?
Well, we were next to the window at least, so we did get a great view of the town. So, in my opinion, that was probably the best seat in the house. Honestly,
it was great. Yeah,
it was amazing. Great dinner too.
That was amazing. Food was great. That mushroom soup
hurt you a little bit, but it was good.
I'm pretty sure it had beef broth. That's what got me.
I'm pretty sure it did, but damn, was that good.
It didn't stipulate, so I just like, it's probably vegetable. It's a vegetable soup. It's made out of mushrooms. Yeah, I was definitely beef. That thing killed me later.
Yeah, I thought for sure. I was like chicken, vegetable broth, something like that. It came out so dark. I was like, yeah, it's probably got beef in it. But it was good.
It was good.
Was it worth it?
I miss eating beef, but I just know my body can't process it. I had to suck it up that night. I still love, though, we're staying in that room. Everyone's in a bed, and there's Avron off in the corner with one blanket and like 2 pillows just curled up in a fetal position.
Yeah.
It's like, really? He's that guy? He'll just go sleep on the floor and not think twice.
I'm pretty sure you used the drapes as a blanket halfway through the night.
100% I did. 100% I did. They were heavy. They were warm. It was great. Yeah. You had the Murphy bed.
Yeah, the broken Murphy bed.
The broken Murphy bed that was like, you get nothing. Nothing. So.
Felt like one of those hospital beds that you can like fold up. That's how I slept.
TC was like, the bed was like this at one point. We got Himbo Slice. Is D3O a gimmick for boots? No, D3O works. That's a great impact foam. Like, that really does cut down on chatter. I've noticed that for years. That's legit. So, yep. You got anything to add to that?
Nope.
Okay.
They work. they work.
Gravity getting some more love.
That boy, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve rigged the wheel while you were gone.
Yeah. Steve sneaking over here at night.
Yeah.
You know.
He lives in between us. Why not?
And just to follow up, because I do love this from Jeremy Pearson, who won that dance hall. Contact info sent. Good day for me. Son gets a new board for Christmas that I don't have to buy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means, right? You got to buy more lift tickets and go ride or a season pass or something.
Yep. You're not off the hook yet. It's going to be a big Christmas for the kid.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay. From Angel Garcia, when can we see an update on the Union Strata? Thanks. This year.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a new review. We'll have a new review of that coming out. It did get an upgrade though. I actually liked it. Rode really well. I was really surprised. Still has that big footprint though from all the foam underneath.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that thing's huge. So,
You'd think they'd change it after everybody talks about it, but they're just, it works. Leave it.
yeah. Just leave it. Ollie some slow signs. I want to take the super chat from Joe Gunn. When will Amazon Basics have a generic fast entry snowboard binding? The Alexa Step in Prime, letters for mod. So Burton is trying to hire someone to be an Amazon specialist, and all it's going to take is people buying Burton stuff from Amazon, and Amazon's going to look at that and go, "We can do that." And there you go. You're going to have the Amazon step on, the Amazon Basics step on. And I think that's what's going to happen. I literally do. Yeah. I mean, if you guys watched that video where I broke down Phaze, step on, flow, supermatic, and clue, I show a clip of a knockoff step on.
I was going to say, didn't China already make one?
Yeah, the Iceman Zexu.
Great name though, Iceman.
I think that's what it is, or X Extreme. I don't know. It's got some weird name. I can find it on Alibaba. You can buy a sample pair for like $35.
Yeah, that's right. You did look at that.
It's like, yeah, that's shit. And the best part is it doesn't have the release lever, so you have to release it right from like dead center of the high back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they couldn't get around was the release lever. Otherwise, everything else looks identical.
Well, the funny thing is there's a guy that 3D prints release levers so you can change them out. It's I think he's Japanese, and he does like, he also does like metal discs for him too, like CNCing and stuff. He's got a bunch of different stuff. I found the website, and he's got all sorts of different things. He's got like a release tab extender that you can put on your high back so it brings it up, so you can just like reach down to the top of the high back and pull it and stuff. Really ingenious for what he's doing. Unfortunately, I'm like, you should be using this for something better than this crap. Like that was like, I'm not knocking the ingenuity of this guy. It's amazing. Like he's developing it and doing it. But I'm looking at it and I was like, couldn't you like build a better binding? Like, why? I don't know. So you got to spray some closers, Joe. You got to spray some closers.
He'll do it.
All right, from Guy Incognito. I got the bent metal transfers. It comes with medium stiff drive plates. Is changing the drive plates based on snow conditions, boot stiffness, or just personal preference? Personal preference. It's all personal preference. If you want to go to a stiffer one, a softer one, it's yours. And the cool thing is you can actually buy them and swap them out. So yeah, it's all personal preference. Avoid the clap. It's good life advice. Yeah. All right, let's see. Ooh, I like this one from Johnny Ryan. Any tips for coming back to snowboarding after ACL meniscus reconstruction? Just want to get back to shredding. So go look at your boots and figure out if they're clapped. That's the big one. Like, I'm talking, you need to replace them. If they're not, pull the liners out and look at those and see where they're wearing. But more than anything, you're probably going to want to pull your footbed and put a brand new one in there, remold the liner, and you might need a little extra work, but I would recommend something like from Remind because they do dampen if it fits your foot. And remember, you got to make sure you get the right arch length and height and stuff in there, but you want to make sure that then look at your bindings and see how damp your bindings are. If they're not a damp binding, it is time for you to go to a damp binding because you need to absorb that micro vibration, that chatter, because that's what's going to fatigue your knee. That's what's going to wear you down. After that, you can get away with your board. You don't really need to. Anytime I've hurt my knee, I always go get a full reverse camber board, like an Arbor Westmark or something, because it's so easy to ride that I don't have to think about it for my personal one. And that's pretty much the board that I've ridden every time I've done something to my knee. Like I don't have a meniscus in either knee. It's just gone, but I don't need surgery according to my doctors. And he's like, you have no cartilage or next to no cartilage in there. And he's like, but you're not in pain. And so like when I do hurt him, that's what I do. But the big thing is do your PT. Collagen peptides are really good. Glucosamine chondroitin with MSM and hyaluronic acid is another good one. You know, check and see what Mark and Sarah over at Mobility Duo have for knee exercises. That would be a good one. They just came out with their Shred 4.0. So realistically, some of you high calorie humans, you know who you are, should probably be looking at that to get into shape. And so you could do that whole exercise program and get yourself ready to ride. Mark is a doctor of physical therapy. And Sarah is like some kind of high-end yoga instructor too. So I think that really, really works. But yeah, those would be really good for you guys, I think, just to get you in there and get that shit taken care of. You got anything to add to that one, sir?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much covered everything. That was going to be my thing. I would say like collagen peptides and like fish oil and that sort of stuff, but just make sure you're getting the good stuff and not like something that's just pumped through full of fake stuff really to trick your body into thinking.
I use Vital Proteins gummies. I take 2 a day, and I've taken collagen peptides now for 8 or 9 years, and my knees have never been stronger. And TC's watched me go fatty to flatty a few times, and not like 5-10 feet. I think you were there when I did like the 20-foot bomb drop of doom and just cratered it and rode it out and stuff. And I can still ollie a slow sign. It's questionable, but I can do it. I did get the fence though at the bottom of the park on the way back to Woodward Express. Got that right in front of Mountain Safety. I think the best was she had her back turned, she turns around, I'm mid ollie going over. You need to stop, and I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna go? I'm midair, lady. Gravity's got me now. So yeah. Yep. So and avoid the clap. All right, let's check in on this poll and see how we're doing here. So we're up to 159 votes. 45% are very excited for this series that you're doing. 18% are extremely. 5% still not at all, and 32% still want you to pop the button. I think we're gonna end that. I think we'll end that poll now. I think it's a good time to do that. Yeah. All right. So let's see. I feel like there's probably some questions up here that we missed. Oh, we'll take this one from Carpe Diem. Binding recommendations for the LibTech Apex Orca. Highlander, Mercury, Apollo, Ultras, or something else altogether. I don't necessarily think you need the Highlander. I mean, you could, but if you're going to go that route and you really want to like save a little bit, just pick up the Salomon District Team Pro. It's a quantum base. which is just as good as the Highlander with just different
Yeah,
straps.
it's a
And
Highlander
that would,
quantum base.
that would actually match up to the Apex Orca a little bit better. I think the Apollo is overkill, but the Mercury is good. If you want something a little stiffer than the Mercury, you could look at like an Air Master, I think,
Yeah.
because it's incrementally. Ultras, no. Felcore, yes. What's Herb doing?
He's just saying hi.
Look at that big old blockhead. You big old chunk. You stepped on me yesterday.
He did.
Rolled
We
my
busted your ankle up. I got to get him on the scale, see if he's over 100 now. I think he is.
Oh, he's definitely over 100. It's okay. It was a big summer for Baroness. She gained like 9 pounds in 2 weeks. She's
everybody knows
60 pounds.
Everybody knows that 5-year mark is when they really grow, you know?
Yeah. She turned 4 and now she's just filling out and getting bigger. Like, which also, her gaining weight explains why she's struggling to jump over things now. She fell off a ledge the other day. I was like, what the hell was that?
Oh, no.
First, she like got out and she looked at me and it was just like, and fell. Got up and she's like, I got to prove myself. And so she did it. But I was like, she also fell climbing a wall the other day too. I was like, you going to go up there and get that? And she was like scaling it. And she just like she got midway and just like stopped and looked at me and was just like, boom, and fell. And I was like, what the hell is this? This is new. I was like, what's next? You're going to go jump in the dredge pond and go pull out a trout?
Yeah. Need some lunch.
I'm waiting for the day she just jumps in and grabs a fish and comes back. She's going to be so proud of herself.
Oh, yeah.
She almost got 2 magpies at once because it's magpie mating season and they were screwing around. She pounced and they were midair and she was just like, she just missed them.
I think if she catches a fish, you have to mount the fish, no matter how big it is. It could be like a little trout this big, and you still have to mount it, being like her first fish.
Oh, God. I don't want to.
I'll give you money for it. That'd be worth it.
Yeah, it's not. Because then people are going to be like, you fish? And I'll be like, no, my dog does.
Yeah, exactly.
I just no. All right. From Luke Shanowski, my sushi question was serious, by the way. Would stepping up to a 145 from my previous 144 be significantly less playful? 170 pounds, size 9. No, you're talking 1 fucking centimeter, dude. No. Fuck off.
No, I think the reason they made the 45 instead of the 44 is because they made more sizes now, isn't it? They made smaller.
The only reason that the 45 is the original one. The 44 is the women's one. It's a little narrower.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
It's a little narrower, so it's got a little less material. It's got a little more torsional flex. That's it. Like, realistically, do they even need to have both of them? No. I'm working on an outline right now on oh shit, we got a reverse spin.
Ooh.
But I'm working on an outline basically going, you gotta be shitting me.
Another reverse?
Another reverse. But I'm working on this outline about if there are too many snowboards in snowboarding. There you go. Shop gravity.
100% there is. I agree with that. We do this every year 3 times a month, I feel like, being like, hey, this line's bloated. This eats this and purchasing and everything. And we're like, man, you don't need all that. I get people get confused.
It kind of makes me wonder how many people are actually listening to us now, because I did that top 5 things the industry needs to do. Mm-hmm. And the amount of industry people that commented and reached out to me, I'm like, oh, more of you are actually like Todd Richards was so stoked on the 2-year graphic idea. He's like, hell yeah, 2-year graphics. I was like, hell yeah, Todd, right?
Yeah.
You get it. You get that idea. That idea makes total sense. And then seeing Jay Stone being like, so with it inserts, you say it. I was like, you know what it is. Just put it in the catalog and put it on the website. So people can be like, oh, it's 28.5 at reference stance? Yeah, that'll fit a size 10 boot fine. You know, everyone's like, oh, the waist of this board's too narrow for me. I'm like, what are you doing? Drilling into the center and putting it there? You know, like, come on.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially if you look at yes boards and you're like, especially the ones with the mid bite, you're like, man, that's pretty pretty narrow at the center, and you're like, yeah, well they put mid bite in it, and underneath your foot, it's like a 30.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
steps out and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember the first company that I saw did width at the inserts was Marhar. Thanks, Luke, for
R.I.P.
putting him out of business. R.I.P. But I told Nate, the owner, I was like, hey, you should put the width at the inserts in the catalog specs. So he did, because, you know, I helped design that board. And when we did it, and then people would be like, because it was like 29.5 at reference stance. Like if you maxed it out, I think it was 30 something wide.
It was stupid wide. My boots didn't get to the end on it.
No. I remember when I put Trav on that, and you know, he's in a size 7, put him on that 52, and we were up at the basin, and it was like a 14-inch day, and he's like, I cannot sink or hit my edge on anything. He was like doing pow turns like this. You know, so yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's I don't know.
You'll be fine though. You'll be fine. He said he's going to use it as his park board, so he's taking a page out of Nick's book.
Yeah,
because he was the nastiest person I've ever seen on that kind of board.
I had a roommate do a double on the sushi.
Really?
Double cork 12. He also did it on a 69 wide XV.
Hell yeah!
Like, it became this thing for like a couple years in a row where we had to go do the powder park board edit with the XVs, and he was doing like flat spin like 14s and shit. It's fucking hilarious. But the best is like he would go slide like a DFD with an XV, and because you know how it's so set back, there'd be like this much nose off, and then like he'd be under his back foot, you know. It was so funny. All right. Going to take this one from David L. Pre-ordered a Greats Extreme. Awesome. Considering the Bataleon Phaze over the Katana Phaze to make it a bit more playful. Thoughts? Should I go for the more athletic clues instead? Well, clearly you have to go for the athletic clues because your favorite pro snowboarder is Jimmy Fuckhouse. So, no, it makes sense. I mean, if you wanted a little more playful, it's incrementally more playful to go down to the blaster. If you wanted it with a more uniform flex, but it's going to have a little more lateral play, I think you would go down to the Mercury. And then if you want to get really stupid soft, you go to the 32. So, you know, but I'm the one that rode the ASIM wrap chassis. TC rode the full wraps, or they're the unibodies, I should say, not the full wraps. So yeah, it makes sense. Plus the toe strap is better on the Bataleon Phaze, in my opinion.
Yep.
But I do think the Katana Phaze heel strap is better.
Yes.
So, yeah. Between the two, you could Frankenbinding something.
Yeah, you could just buy both.
Yeah. One on each foot. You could
One
be
on,
like these idiot people I see that have a clue on the back and like freaking like a Ride A10 or a Union Atlas or whatever on the front foot.
We did see that this year, didn't we?
Dude, so here's the hilarious thing about that. So my boy Matty works at Colorado Ski and Golf, and he sent me a photo. He's like, dude, you got to look at this shit. You're not going to believe this. And I was like, no fucking way. And I'm on the chairlift and I send him a photo and they're in front of me. And he's like, are you fucking shitting me? And I was like, dude, dead serious. He's like, I set that up last night. And I'm like, no fucking way, man. That's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny.
Before there was Clue, I remember seeing it with Phaze a lot, where people would have like a Burton in the front
and then like
flow, or net flow, sorry, and have the flow in the back. And I'm like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, it's nice and easy, and I get performance on the front, and it's easy to get in on the back. I'm like, okay.
All right, let's give this man a spin. Go watch some shred flicks. Shred flicks.
Oh, hi, Herb. You want to say hi to everyone?
Say hi, Herbster.
Yep. Oh,
Look
big
at that
boy.
big old chonk head.
Yeah,
chonky.
he's got the big boy head.
You're so chonkus. Look at that. Herb, do you even have a neck? It's like just headed to your
No,
butt.
it's just a head. You saw this today. His collar just pulls right off because his neck is so fat.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna go with Ice Coast. We're gonna give him a spin because my dishwasher broke. Here's $1.99. Please spin me. Well, you won yourself a sticker pack. So make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder, name, username, and mailing address. Include the zip code, and we'll get you a sticker pack as a thank you. Okay. We got a super chat here from Michael Stacy. Looking to get my dude a new setup. He's more of a rad dad. 5'11", round 242. Oh, he's a high calorie human. And goes out maybe a handful of days a season. Thoughts? He just needs like a good middle of the road flexing board that can handle his weight. I'm assuming he's probably got a bigger foot too. And if that's the case, I'd say just get him a LibTech Skunk Ape. Camber. That's a good board. If not, maybe look at a Ride Shadow Band, and depending what size he needs, and that would be it. Or Jones Mountain Twin. What do you have for him?
Honestly, the Shadow Band was the first thing that came to my mind on that one. But yeah, something directional twin. I mean, if he is that big, you could even go like a Stale Cruiser would be a good one for him because he's going to need a little extra in the tail there, especially if he's riding more back foot dominant.
Don't ride back foot dominant.
Don't do that. But if you do, that would be a good one for you. Otherwise, you could go with, let's see here. What haven't you said? You said Jones, Ride. K2, you could do a Manifest, but that one's, yeah. They should bring back the team on that, I would say. Salomon, I'd go Assassin Pro. Don't go the Assassin. He's going to be way too big for that thing and fold it. And then I would go with like, hell, you could even do like an Agent Pro from Rome as well. Would be a good one, I think, where it's got enough kick in the nose and tail. If he does get any fresh powder, it'll float for him, no problem there. Or a Yes Standard Extreme or Unink if you buy this current season's, because that'll be wide enough for him, it'll be stiff enough for him, and it's got enough camber in there to really hold him. So
he could do an all-in. He could do an all-in Extreme too.
He could do an all-in Extreme as well.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
And then bindings, I'm going
maybe a K2 Passport would work for him.
Ooh, yeah,
in the wide, you know, like it or in the bigger size, you know. Yeah, you got options. You got options.
Yep. And then bindings, I'm going on the stiffer side of things. If you're interested or if you're wondering about that too.
Let's do bindings. We're here. For it.
Yeah.
So I would what I would do is right now there's a bunch of deals going on. See if you can find. I would look at like a Ride A8 or A10, or Christie Sports has A9s, and they're blowing them out for like $140 or something like that. He's got the weight for it. That's what I would pick up for a binding, like right there.
Yep, either that or something from Rome or Bataleon, like an Astro or an Astro ASIM. Something you're gonna want a metal heel cup on it though, because he's gonna need something stiffer. So you can even do a full wrap katana if you wanted, get that carbon chassis on it, but
or cleaver,
or cleaver.
Or cleaver,
I guess
this past year, because the new stuff hasn't quite hit. Rome changed their names on their product.
Sorry about that. I forgot that they did that. Yeah, cleaver would be great. Yeah, like for any of the boards that we recommended.
He could do it. He could do a DoD too, a Rome DoD. Yeah. So, and if he did Union, Atlas, for sure. Yeah, Atlas. You know, something like that. Yeah. All right, let's give this guy a. Do not win a set of Phaze bindings. Do not. So, all right. I want to take this one because this is funny from Bart Simpson Head. Clues as mullet bindings, performance, business at the front, easy entry, party in the back. No, they're
No.
not. You know what they are? They're the my mom gave me a bowl cut right before picture day. That's what it is. Like full blown, you got the weird part bangs bowl cut thing going on. Like, no.
If we're talking mullet bindings, that's a Phaze binding, what you just
Yeah.
described. Like, that's Phaze. That's not Clue whatsoever.
Clue is like,
Clue is that joke haircut that you're getting when you're a part of a team or
No.
something and it's your first year, and then it looks as bad as you think it does and nobody likes it. That's what it is. You're like,
Clue bindings are that weird Skrillex haircut, the chick with the unshaved pits that smells like patchouli and body odor, who's cute, and you kind of want to hook up with her, but you also know you're going to have to burn your sheets afterwards and probably going to get a raging case of crabs. That's that haircut. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. Someone that gets angry when you don't use their proper pronouns. Because they're one of them people from over there. They're one of those. And you know, that's good advice right there. Avoid the clap. Avoid the clap. So I kind of like this one from Ronnie Elfbeck. Will we ever see a Union Force Phaze binding, or is Union locked in for some? Union is not happy with Phaze because they stole Scotty Stevens in their mind.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some drama there.
I mean, I could see it. I feel like they're going to be the last adopters of it because they already chose their horse in the race.
Yep.
So they're like, you know what? They got to ride that out. And as you've said in the past, they don't like to admit mistakes. So they're going to bleed that thing for all it's worth, I think. Like,
well, the other thing is now with them having a boot division, they can theoretically get you into that step in ecosystem when they develop a boot for it. So it'd be boot and binding. So that, do I think it could happen down the road? Yes. Do I think we're going to see it in the next 3 to 5 years? No.
No, and I think, but honestly, like all the hard work done, because they've already put it on a metal heel cup with Bataleon and with Rome. So like that's the hard work. They can easily make that fit into the Union system. It's just, is Union going to want to pretty much collab with Phaze to do it? Like,
yeah.
And they're not going to for a while, I bet. They're probably, just like you said, they're probably still reeling that they lost Scott Stevens to it and are like a little bit sour.
Yeah.
A lot sour, let's be honest. Like they just lost
Horribly
probably
sour.
Their second best athlete on their team. Their second best or most notable athlete behind Longo. If not,
I mean, if you really think about it, for how long he rode for Union, he made like the Contact Pro
100%.
and stuff like that. So that
he also
32 Phaze binding for 32 to be doing bindings for the first time, that is going to make that for a lot of people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then his welcome to the team video that he put together, like some of the stuff he was doing is just super innovative and next level. So
yeah, I mean, he pretty much created a whole genre of snowboarding himself by doing all the butter and one-footed tricks and everything. So like, yeah, he took it to a totally different level, and I can't believe Union just wouldn't pay the man for all of his work, like for literally making Union what it is. And let's be real, Capita as well, because before Scott came around, they had problems, and he made that Ultra Fear one of the best-selling boards that they've ever made.
Yeah. Shop Gravity.
They're going to be carrying both the Force and Phaze, so.
Yeah. All right. Eric Kim, switching over to Icon Base this year after 7 years on Epic Local. Where have been your favorite mountains on Icon to ride besides Copper and A Basin? Well, A Basin just like got on icon, realistically. Steamboat's good, and that should be on the base pass. You should get a couple
You got
days
5
there.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Brighton's good. Yeah, I don't think Aspen's not on the base.
Nope. You got to pay for that kind of
Yeah,
action.
gotta pay for that. Winter Park is horrible. Just gonna throw that, like, if you're on 70 and it's like, hey, we can make a right turn and go to Winter Park, just keep going. I don't care if semi trucks are on fire and there's a mudslide. Just keep going. If you have to go over Berthoud Pass to go to Winter Park, keep driving and go all the way through Granby and around to Kremling and come down through northern Silverthorne, or go up to Steamboat. Because it's
Brighton,
bad.
I think you get 5 days with Brighton with the base.
Brighton's good. You get Mammoth too.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of stuff in California. I don't know. Realistically, I could probably just buy a copper pass and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so kind of asking the wrong guy, dude. I ride where I live. I don't travel. I'm like, wake up. Oh, it's another powder day. I'm going to copper. I'm going to the basin, But congratulations though on switching over from the evil empire. I think you'll realize it's a little different.
Yeah, you're gonna not be waiting in as long of lines.
Factually true. Don't win a set of Phaze. Don't win a set of Phaze. Let's see. Looking around, seeing what else is out here. I know we've skipped a few things earlier, so I'm going back up. Man. Getting way out in the weeds here. Let's see. Oh, well. You didn't see anything that you needed to.
No, I got one that Jason Evangelista posted.
Oh. Hi, Avron TC. I'm thinking of picking up a K2 Alchemist or K2 Excavator. We'll be doing big mountain pow and groomers and hitting mid to extra large jumps. Which is better between the two? I mean, for what you're looking right there, then you probably want the Alchemist. But if you really want the middle ground, you probably want to go down to like a Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I would want for that.
Or if, because you're looking at the Excavator as a volume shift and you're looking at the Alchemist, go to an Antidote or even a Sky Pilot instead.
Yeah, Sky Pilot would have also been on that one because that's almost a mixture of your Excavator and Alchemist. So I would say it's more of a mixture of your Excavator and your Antidote, but like that's what I would go with probably. But otherwise, an Antidote would be great for you because that will still be able to charge Big Mountain and POW, and then definitely destroy that mid and XL jump line. But out of those two, I'd go the Alchemist. I've hit it on the big medium jump line. It totally did fine.
The big medium jump line or the big line?
The big both.
TC over here hitting the big medium jumps.
The big medium jumps. Yep.
The big medium.
That's the preseason ones where like, is it big? Is it medium? I don't know. It's big medium.
I still think the best I ever heard was, oh, look, they put a bonus ramp on that jump, talking to the lip of the jump. Heard that at Breckenridge one day, and I was like, looked at the guy, and I was like, did you just call that a bonus jump? Or a bonus ramp? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, that is the ramp for the jump. No, he's like, you go and you jump off the knuckle down. And I was like, no, that's not how this works. And yeah, it was... man, I don't know. It was so weird. It was so weird to see that. And I was like, so I think for like 2 years, we just started calling them bonus ramps at Breckenridge. You gotta go hit the bonus ramp. So, yeah. All right. Let's give this man a spin. Don't forget structure. The good thing is with K2 boards, they have a really good structure, so you don't have to worry about that.
They do. They come stoned.
Yeah. I do. Oh, Letters wants to know the weirdest binding recommendation for a 203 BBC. Hard boots.
Oh, I was thinking a Source FC.
Oh,
Yeah, you're feeling everything.
Oh God.
Everything.
And with that nose just flapping, that's oh God, your back is done, dude.
Yeah.
You're checked out. It's gone. It's game over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That would be so painful. Bent metal joints.
Ooh. Ooh, I hated that when I wrote it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
that would be awful. You know, like what else? What would be just god awful that you could
Corb says Union Flight Pro. I can concur with that. That would fucking suck.
That would suck ass too. That new Nitro unisex binding that they came out with. God, I can't even think of what that's called. The Stout, something like that. I don't know. It's that you feel everything with it. They're like, it's got a dampening pad. It's like this thick. It is not damp like any other Nitro binding. Like,
yeah, I was thinking I mean, you could go the other way with it too. Go like Ride A10s, just full aluminum, or a Phantom. It's comfortable, but holy shit, is that overkill? Like a Phantom Plus.
No, actually, like what you do is you go get some of those flux bindings with the higher high back on them. So like, is that the XF or something? And you know, that thing, you're gonna be able to crank some turns, but dear God, is that gonna dig into your boot? Like, you know. Yeah. We'll give Letters a spin here. That's it. It's the Flux XV, not the XF.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, reverse spin. You got to go spray some skiers
on your 203 with Source FCs. The binding costs more than the board.
Yeah. Oof. Well, I love that he was going to Mount Hood and he told everyone he was stopping to go disc golfing. He drove like an hour out of his way to pick up a 203 BBC. Or it was the orange one. It was the orange one. He picked up the orange one. The OCC.
That's awesome.
The BOC, the big orange cannon.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's, yeah. Okay. Take this super chat from Fish and Faith NC. If you had to pick between the Salomon Dialogue or the Echo, which would you guys pick? The one that fits my foot and fits my needs. They each have a different foot fit to them.
Yeah.
Just
Echo, saying they did both fit. I'm going Echo because it's stiffer. The Dialogue, like a mid stiff maybe.
Dude, I remember when the Dialogue came out and it was like their stiffest boot at the time. It's so funny to see some of these boots that are legacy boots and being like, I remember when that came out. That was the top of the line boot. It was stiff, and now you're like, that thing's soft as dog shit. What? You know, so it's kind of funny to see that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Well, my favorite is people come in and they're like, I need a little bit stiffer of a boot. Like, this one's really stiff. Do you guys have anything stiffer? And it's like an old Dialogue that all the laces have been just sucked in on it. And you have this weird creasing in the toe where they're walking. Like, you think these are stiff? And they're like, yeah, those are stiff. And they're like, okay.
I had a woman when I worked at MSO come in one time. And I was upstairs in the ski section talking to someone about liners and aftermarket, and she saw it and she's like, do you think these would fit in my snowboard boots? And I was like, I mean, we could do it. And she goes, I've got them on. And I looked down and they were a set of Moro boots from 1992. The cuff was this high. Like, I'm talking, these things were just above the ankle bone. And I looked at her and I was like, no. I was like, those things should be thrown away. They're trash. And she got all defensive and started yelling at me and telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. And I was like, well, I'm not. And she was telling me that she had all this ankle pain. And I was like, well, I'm not the one that's stupid enough to believe that a boot that's fucking. And this was like 2007. And I was like, that's 15, 16 years old. That, you know, I'm like, yeah, you know, and she was arguing with me. It was just so funny and almost like, get some real boots, you'll ride better. And her husband's sitting there and he's like, don't engage her like this. And after she like walked away, he's like, dude, I've been trying to tell her for 10 years to get new boots. And I was like, she won't listen. I was like, well, how old are her bindings? And she's like, oh, she's got all new shit. She buys new stuff every other year. She will not buy new boots. And I was like, gross. Tell her to go buy some Sorels.
Women
Equivalent.
always do that shit. Or if they do get a board, it's like you're picking, like, just absolutely picking teeth or pulling teeth to get them to get a new board. And then once they do, they're like, all right, this is good. But like the amount of times I've been working demos and somebody will come over and like, you don't have a board in my size. And it's like, well, you don't need a 156 anymore, lady. You're 5'6", like not even 5'6". Like you don't need that big of a board. And it's like, nope, this is what I ride. And it's like, nobody makes that anymore. That's just not
I
times.
love the girls that are like, I have to have a 138. Bitch, you're 5'10".
Yeah.
You're like 170 pounds. No, I'm going to put you on a proper board your size and you are going to like it. Well, I'm not going to take it out. Then go somewhere else. What?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Seriously. Blows my friggin' mind. But yeah, out of those two, like you said, the Echo is the stiffer boot. And for me, because of how much I ride, I always try to go with the stiffest boot, which was funny editing your Chilton interview. You brought up the Bataleon Acid boot, and you're like, yeah, Avern's got a pair. Of... Chilton's like, oh, Avern will probably really like those. And you were like, yeah, they're stiff. Unfortunately, the instep didn't fit right. But yeah, that was funny. Yeah, stiff boot. I mean, it just lasts longer. Let's give this man a stiff. Well, once you get your new boots, you got to go ollie some slow signs for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we're going to get the hell out of here. So, because we're over 2 hours. So thank you guys. Mm-hmm. Tuesday, TC's new interview series will drop at 10 a.m. We got that going on. You're still getting an explained video every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Top fives every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Live streams every 3 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard. Starting September 1st, you will be getting multiple reviews a day. So 10 and 2 p.m. for reviews. And we're going to be upping our programming and content drops for all you guys. So we got that. But thank you again for tuning in. If you won anything today, make sure you email us info@angrysnowboarder with your username, your name, and your mailing address, and we will get those out in the mail next week for you. So, you know, you got a few days to claim those prizes, people. Don't try to scam us. We know who you are. I can double check these things. Anyways, we'll be back next week, guys, with another live stream. No wheel, though. No wheel.
Thanks, guys.